Hi everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Azabu Minna-no Radio. In this radio, us students from Hiro Gakuen Senior High School are welcoming people who are actively working within the Azabu community and ask them in for an interview. On this English version, we will be sharing our thoughts about the discussion as well as our prospects looking into the future of this program. The full interview is available in the Japanese version with English subtitles, so make sure to go check that one out as well. Our guest today was Mr. Ryota Izawa, who is currently running a robotics company as well as participating as part of Minayoku, which we discussed in our last episode. Okay. Before we begin, let's introduce the members for today. My name is Ryosei Watanabe, and I'll be hosting this show.
Hi, I'm Shin.
Hi, I'm Elena.
And I'm Mayaka.
Alright, so going back on topic. So I think me and Shin, we've met with Mr. Izawa before this show, right?
Yeah. We basically we attended this robot lecture event towards like elementary school students. I don't know. I can't find any more words than to say it was an interesting experience.
Definitely.
We definitely had lower expectations for the elementary school students. Sorry. But I think they had more creativity and they had and I think what stood out to me was that they had the responsibility to actually finish whatever they said they would finish in the very limited time we gave them. It was only like 1 hour and they actually did make a robot with a motor and they could actually do whatever they planned it to do. One example is, do you remember the tissue box one?
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
So interesting.
Yeah.
So basically, like the idea was that there are times where our hands are full and we can't get like tissues out, and it's such a minor need of humans. But then they kind of focused on that, and then it was like a robot that senses our need for a tissue, and then it hands us a tissue. It's like so cute, interesting at the same time.
Yeah, and so going back to what we talked about today in our interview, we were able to discuss with Mr. Izawa about exactly why he became part of a robotics kind of AI engineering company and why he decided to kind of not choose this conventional path of being employed in a company, but starting up his own business, right?
Yeah, honestly, I'm really interested in the tissue robot thing that
It's
Shin
really
talked
cute.
about, yeah. And I myself, I would not say that I'm really interested in robotics, but I too had an amazing opportunity of talking to Izawa-san individually, and he actually told us, especially as Izawa-san is a serial entrepreneur, an entrepreneur who opens up new businesses, a lot of businesses, I guess. He taught us the need to maintain a balance between reaching out towards new opportunities and finding out what we're passionate about. And especially since we all are high schoolers, the four of us, we're often told to reach out to new opportunities or to help gain new perspectives. But Mr. Izawa-san also taught Mr. Yeah,
Mr. Izawa.
A lot of respect.
yeah. He told us the need to find out what we're passionate about, especially if we enter the business world, we have to find out what we're strong in compared to other people, right? So I feel it's good to maintain a balance between trying new things and trying things that you would never usually reach out to, and also finding out what you really, really like to do or what you think you're good at. And I think that's something that Izawa-san is really, really good at. So I think it's something we can learn from him, maybe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, going back to what Ryose said, the path Izawa-san is taking is pretty unconventional in the sense that he's not really employed in a company, but he's creating a lot of his own. And personally, I can't really imagine myself making a company even if I have something I'm passionate about. So I really do respect his will and the fact that he said that being employed wasn't really an option for him. So I just really, for me, the fact that someone has such a strong will and passion about something that they want to create their own company is really new but really, really interesting, and I do have a lot of respect for him for that. Yeah, and it was really interesting talking to him.
Right.
Especially since we have so many needs, but like we don't know how to solve them on our own. So like when we have people like Izawa-san, I guess it makes us like, I feel like it inspires us to like work towards what we think that like the common good needs. Like I guess since he's also a part of the Minayoku program, like he looks out towards like the bigger community in a way, right? So like I think he really knows how to balance everything out, and I think that's someone I would want to be in the future, maybe. Yeah.
Like, exactly. I think in the first place, if you want to do that, like knowing the community really well is like really important. Knowing the environment that we're in is important. That's kind of why, moving on to the topic about what we want this radio to be, is that we kind of want to reach out to a lot of people who are, well, let's say, pioneers in their own field, and then learn about them, so that we, not only like us, but like listeners of this radio can also get a better idea of what the world is right now.
Yeah.
So I think that going back to what we talked about with Mr. Izawa, because I was really intrigued about the point about where he already runs and owns this robot company, and yet he still decides to work alongside that, to work together for his community. I think that represents a really important point of how we can bring these kind of new ideas into our own community, because it's are people who are going to be living in the community anyway. So I think it's really vital that we keep this open eye out towards the world, towards what other people are doing, and we just keep an interest towards what we might not get to know about, and we get to use this platform as a radio, as a platform to inform others about what they are doing, so that we can bring this into our own community. And I think that's what we can do to help this community growing, and how we can help this radio to grow in the future. So I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I think it's not just good for the community, and we're definitely like learning from this experience too, because, well, obviously it is in our pleasure to contribute to the community of Azabu, for sure. But also we might like move to a different community. We might live somewhere else, or we might like even live abroad if we go to universities. But even in that situation, if we can like contribute to that community in these like having like various perspectives, or even just like informing people about these like various perspectives, is just, I think, crucial in community contribution. And so I think I really do want to continue whatever we are doing right now.
Alright, so now we have a few announcements. The 42nd Minato City Citizens Festival is happening on October the 7th and October the 8th. Please make sure to check the Minato City webpage for more information, and make sure to come. We hope you enjoyed our second episode, and please look forward to more episodes coming to you in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.